Welcome back
to another week
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto
The Unscripted
Crypto Podcast.
Hey yo,
It was like that one was different.
that was a little weird. He said that one a little weird. So it's been a few. By the time this is out, it'll be another few. Alex has changed during that time frame he's been gone. Clearly,
Yeah, I'm no longer the same guy. It's a new Alex.
clearly.
Williams has clearly had a stressful week.
Nah, not a week. Not a week. Just a day.
Just the day. Yeah.
The week actually started pretty good. I thought the week was gonna be great. It did not. It didn't. No, it's been a stressful day.
Yep. That's funny. Yeah, we did not get good news today. At least the market didn't.
Wait, stop it. Before we get into that, happy holidays. Please remember, like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, hit the notification bell. Thank you to all 126 of you. I'm sure you missed us. It's been 13 days since our last upload, full-length episode. We may miss more. Yeah, it's been a minute. We might miss one in January. I think we should be good to go to do one for the next 2 weeks pretty solidly. Give or take, hopefully, if Alex doesn't mess it up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I don't mess it up.
Yeah. Before we get into what happened today, he has bad Wi-Fi today. A lot has happened. It has happened in these last 2 weeks since we've been gone. Michael Saylor has not stopped buying Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
He bought like another 20 billion. I'm not. He didn't buy 20 billion, but he bought a crap.
Jeez.
He bought a crap.
Jesus,
he didn't buy 20.
I was shocked.
He didn't
I was like, "What did you?"
I'm sorry. I was lying. That was a joke.
That was a hyperbole.
Yeah, it was a joke. He did buy this week another 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. His total acquired Bitcoin value is 27.1 billion at an average price of $61,725 though. So he is raising an average price quite a bit, guys. Quite a bit. He also bought last week. I don't have it here. I can't. It will take him too long to find it. But he also bought last week. He's been buying. He might buy again this week, for the next week with the dip that we just had to lower that price a bit.
Yeah, probably.
Right? I mean,
pretty crazy how much he's been buying, actually.
He doesn't stop. That man's a menace.
Yeah,
he owns.
That guy is a menace.
Tad. He owns a little over 2% of all circulating Bitcoin. Of all Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well, not him, his company, but still, that's a shit ton.
That's a lot, yeah.
That's a lot of motherfucking Bitcoin. The beers for the stressful day we had today.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start. So we're starting with the bad
Alex been at work all week. I work all day. He doesn't know what happened until he got out. He hasn't looked at his portfolio.
I have not looked at my portfolio, but people were talking about it.
They're
like, "Geez," I was like, "I don't want to look. I'm not going to look." I was like, "Don't talk to me until it's 5%." Then they're like, "Alex," I was like, "Oh shit."
It's a little bit more than 5%, buddy. It is a little bit
because they started talking about it at work when it dropped 2%, and I was like, "I don't want to hear about it until it drops to 5." They're like, "Alex, it's down 5%." I was like, "Okay."
So before we get into it, do you want to talk about what happened today, or you want to talk about what's happened in the last couple of days?
Let's talk about what happened today first, and then let's roll it back.
Gotcha. So we had the FOMC meeting today, 4 p.m. Right? 2 p.m. My fault. 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Rate cut came in. We got 25 basis point cut. Meeting started at 2:30, and the market, for some reason, did not like what Powell had to say. My honest opinion, he didn't say much. He didn't say anything. he didn't say anything to be bearish for. The only thing that was really said was we will probably have less rate cuts next year. So the dot plot that shows how many rate cuts will possibly has gone from 4 to 2, but that can still change with the information that comes out month to month from the Federal Reserve, from the FOMC. So I think there was a lot of overreaction in the market, in my humble opinion, but the markets did bleed. Stocks bled, crypto bled, everything bled. The only thing that went up was the Dixie.
Why did Dixie go up? Do you know?
That's the strength of the dollar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the strength of the dollar
Dixie went up.
The Dixie went up. Yeah.
I see.
So,
I see. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
I think that the market just completely overreacted. It's kind of weird for it to drop so much just because, and I really do think it was just because they said they were going to reduce the amount of rate cuts for next year, and because we were expecting another 0.25% cut for this one.
Yeah. The only thing that we're still up in the air, Bank of Japan has their meeting tomorrow for us, right? Because they're in the future. So for their Thursday, our throughout the night, they're gonna have their meeting, and it's being speculated that they're gonna have a 25% increase.
Oh wow!
Which, if that's the case, then we're gonna really shit the bed.
Yeah, it's really gonna start.
Then we're back to the bear market. So we'll just have to see what they do.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy how influential Japan's economy is. After that major announcement that they did a while ago, affected the entire world.
Yeah, and it caused the entire market to shit itself.
Like literally every country was like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah. So the beer is because Jerome Powell made me stressed out. Not gonna lie to you. What?
No. You kind of like disappeared for a second and then came back.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see anything on my end disappear. I saw you froze.
No, my thing says that you got a new track.
My thing also showed me that I got a new track. It started.
We're getting equipment upgrades, hopefully, sometime in the future.
At some point.
Yeah,
I don't know
hopefully
why.
Not. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
We'll see what happens there.
So
we'll see if we behaved and Santa gets us something. What's up?
Someone was telling me that if the Fed keeps on cutting rates, that the United States might start to piss off people around the world, and that might lead to like potential conflicts.
Yeah.
Yeah. As in, like, since the United States printed out so much money in the last 4 years, and we owe other countries dollars, we're just devaluing our dollar, in which what we are gonna be paying back other countries with, essentially. So then, whatever they end up getting back is deflated currency, and therefore like not a fair trade for the other countries. The US, if we keep on cutting interest rates after having printed so much money, other countries, what they're getting back in terms of like whatever payments we're doing for our debt is just of a devalued currency, therefore lowering the trust, which I'm surprised that the Dixie went up. I don't know what it's being compared to.
The Dixie
other currencies or other, the Dixie, but like what goes into determining the strength of the Dixie?
The Dixie is the dollar index.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
Can you
metrics it reads into.
Yeah.
It's just the index
so
of the dollar. It's just how much strength the dollar has.
compared to like stocks?
It's not. I don't think it
like,
compares it to anything.
it has to have some like. It has to be compared to something. Because for the dollar to go up, that means something else has to go down. As in, $1 buys you more, something else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what my friend was telling me.
So it's the U.S. dollar index, the Dixie, is an index or measure of the value of the United States dollar relative to a basket of foreign currencies, often referred to as a basket of U.S. traded partners currencies.
Okay, so yeah, in that case, that's a good thing, which goes against what my friend was telling me, because if the dollar goes down, if the Dixie goes down relative to other currencies, then that means that the dollar's becoming worth less than what it was.
Correct.
And therefore, we're like to a degree skimping out on the debt that needs to be paid.
Correct.
Mind you,
like example
mm-hmm.
would be today. The Chilean peso was just yesterday at so for every dollar you're getting 940 to 960 pesos respectively. Mm-hmm. Today for every dollar you're getting 1,000 pesos.
Yeah, essentially.
So the buying power of the dollar to other currencies has increased. Yeah. So like
the dollar has
good thing for Americans, bad thing for other countries who need to have and buy dollars.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad thing for the other people.
It's a bad thing. They don't want that.
If they have to buy dollars, yes, correct. You're right.
Yeah, and most countries do have to buy our dollars because they have to pay us back in the money that.
Yeah. I just forgot because you said buy, and I was thinking of the people that we owe dollars to.
Oh no.
Because if we owe them dollars, that's a good thing for them.
Correct, but it's a bad thing because most countries have to buy dollars since we are the U.S. I mean, the world's reserve currency.
Correct. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Again, just to reiterate what we said at the beginning, I do feel like the market overreacted quite significantly in terms of like the crypto market crashing as much as it did.
Well, crypto crashed, but stocks also crashed heavily.
Do you know if they crashed more, less, same?
So probably there would probably be individual stocks that crashed relatively to the same amount, right? To some currencies. But like if you look at the big, like the NASDAQ, the S&P, like it probably crashed 3%. But 3% in stocks in these big market caps is a lot. Mm-hmm. I think the stock market loss I think was close to $1 trillion today.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, let me double check.
Yeah.
What was the crash like?
If that crash was $1 trillion, that's a pretty significant, hefty jump. Is there like a central? Like, how would you find that? Would that just be S&P 500?
That's just a number that's calculated. Let me do something real quick. You can keep on talking. I'm gonna see if Grok knows how much you crashed by.
This guy's whipping out the XAI to fact check.
Yeah, I mean, Elon made it free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't know I could use Grok.
Yeah, he just made it free today.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
The stock market crashed 1.5 trillion today.
1.5.
Yeah, that's what Grok says at least.
1.5 is significant, indeed.
It's not a small crash. Yeah, it's not really a crash. It's a really like just a hard blow.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a crash, it'd be more, but it's a good amount of money.
That's for sure.
At perspective, which I can do real quick. Total crypto market cap today. Total crypto market cap today peaked out at 3.64 trillion. We're currently sitting at 3.4 trillion. So it crashed about $200 billion.
Oh, billion. Yeah.
Oh, million. Correct. Yeah, no, billion.
Yeah, billion.
Billion. Yeah. Add some more to that. The total 3, which it's basically just excluding Bitcoin and ETH, went from 1.06 trillion to 977 billion today.
977 billion.
Yeah. That's about that's $88 billion.
Lost.
Which is yeah. So it's not small numbers. It's a good amount of money that went down.
Yeah.
What's up?
I could see how this was completely unexpected by most people.
Yeah, I think it was at least for crypto mainly because we have a leverage. Regular selling that just became panic selling. Then stop losses started to get hit, liquidation started to get hit, positions started to get closed out. Just snowball effect caused the price to go down. And then we had the dominance of USTD spike up.
USDT.
Meaning how much USDT. My fault. My brain wasn't working. Well, it's like US. It's because the reason I say it's because it's USDT.D.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah, because that's the dominance of USTD. USDT.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. When you read it like that fast, it tricks you.
Yeah, all these letters.
But yeah, so the market did do a thing today, which we'll see how it plays out with the Bank of Japan later on tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. So, I guess to move away from the market, are there any events that had happened recently, like today, in particular, that caught your attention, or yesterday?
No.
And so yesterday, on Tuesday, when the market was still okay, I don't know what it is now, but yesterday, Bitcoin ETFs managed to do something unthinkable in such a short period of time. And that is flipping gold ETFs. In other words,
I didn't even see that. That never got on my radar. That didn't even make the news on my end.
Yeah. In other words, Bitcoin ETFs have more assets under management than gold ETFs. Yeah, I saw this earlier today. That's just crazy. Essentially, Bitcoin ETFs hit an asset under management of 129 billion.
Jesus.
And yeah, 129 billion, which is crazy because gold has been having an ETF for what? How
40
many
years?
When did 40?
Probably 40 minimum, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy.
I'll tell you right now.
Now, like the next thing for gold, I mean for Bitcoin is to flip gold's market cap.
Actually, I was talking. We just gave some misinformation.
Why?
Yeah, it's been half of that. It came the gold ETF launched in 2003.
2003, so 20 years.
20 years. Well, 22
Okay.
years at this point. Close enough because
So
they
gold-
launched March. But yeah,
Yeah,
continue.
so gold ETFs had a
Yes.
20-year head start to the Bitcoin ETF. And Bitcoin was able to flip it in less than 1 year.
Yeah, 11 months, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. It is absolutely insane how much
Give or take 11 months.
people are buying Bitcoin right now.
Well, yes. Big, not just people, institutions.
Yeah, of course. Institutions it is literally the most desired asset out there. I would say.
Also, I would have thought or assumed that the price would be a little higher
By now?
with the amount of money they have under management.
Yeah. It really is surprising how Bitcoin hasn't hit 120 yet.
Yeah, I would have assumed it would have been a little higher by now.
Yeah, I say 120, but that was kind of like
Well,
kind of crazy.
we weren't here, but Bitcoin did reach a new all-time high.
Yeah. What was it?
Right,
108.
$108,317. We're currently sitting at 99. We're currently sitting at $100,000. After
What I
we
think
just
is-
peaked the last couple of days. What's up?
Just to like give like some type of like year-end review, which we'll probably be doing this for the next 3 weeks. Bitcoin 1 year ago was at $43,875.
Though it's doubled and then some.
Yeah. It's literally 2x in 1 year. Granted, there's a lot of meme coins that do way more than that, but we're talking about like a large cap coin. An asset with an insane amount of money already invested into it. It's pretty wild, honestly.
I mean, it is.
And we're only at the beginning of the vertical curve.
I mean, Solana has tripled in price. Right? Tripled? No, more than tripled in price in that same time frame.
In a year? That's true.
Yeah. It was at $71.
Wow. That's a huge... Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think ETH has like half itself. Like it's only gone up half of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ETH is lagging for sure. ETH is definitely lagging behind. So since you mentioned Solana. Since you mentioned Solana.
Nah, ETH is doubled.
Okay.
ETH is doubled. ETH was a year ago like at 2,265. A little less than doubled.
Okay.
Wow.
What? What happened?
That's really underperforming.
ETH?
Yeah. Really underperforming.
Yeah, because like what's Solana at right now?
No, not even not. Don't compare it to Solana, right? Since it doesn't have the same market share. Like Solana is a smaller token
Mm-hmm.
in turn, like compared to market cap.
Mm-hmm.
But you compare it to Bitcoin that has triple the market cap, and Bitcoin was able to double. Mind you, did have the ETF, which does help, but the same amount of inflows aren't going to the ETFs.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the same amount of buzz.
Yeah.
But continue, what
Yeah.
were you saying?
ETH doesn't have the same amount of bugs. There's another metric in which Solana is outperforming Ethereum. You want to take a guess at what metric that is?
Fees,
So it's not the metric that I'm thinking about.
transactions.
The metric that I'm referring to is developers. Solana has onboarded a bunch of not even remotely, but uh, that's on me. It's on me because you're the money guy. But
What can I do?
it's essentially Solana has attracted in this year alone 7,625 new developers, which is absolutely wild. Yeah, if you think about them as like a company, imagine a company hiring 7,625 people in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane.
That's how many? 1,000?
7,625.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Ethereum is 1,000 developers behind in terms of onboarding for this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So Solana's growing in market cap and in labor force. So expect a lot of things coming from Solana.
So I'm not sure if you know, but do you know if those devs are just like including like meme coin developers?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be including all the extra stuff as well.
All that, right? Okay, that makes a lot of sense then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like the way I see
Just
it
because
is
there's
a lot of people are probably gonna like start off with the meme coin space, and then see something just by being in the field itself, see something that catches their attention that might actually add value, and then start working on something like that.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. Which on the other hand, for like Ethereum, there's likely a lot less people in it for the memes.
Yeah, it's not cost effective for it.
Mm-hmm.
For the meme coins in specifically. But either way, I mean that's why ETH has always been considered more of a not blue chip, where you build high value projects, if you want to say that.
Yep. Yeah. So to add to that, since you brought up transactions, Solana did in fact reach a new daily transaction like high. This was
snap. Okay.
This was yesterday actually. Do you know how many transactions happened yesterday? The highest recorded transaction day for Solana since it's been around.
I'm gonna take a guess. I do not know, by the way. I'm gonna say 3 million.
3 million?
Yes.
You got to multiply that by 22.
A few?
By 22. So 66
million?
Yes, sir.
I undershot that so much. I apologize. You can tell I don't look at that enough.
The thing is, it's crazy how many transactions are being done on Solana.
Oh, well, not to take away, but also Solana, I think this week, also had the biggest airdrop that has ever been done ever was on Sol, and Solana Network didn't even flinch on it.
Wow.
So I'm assuming right those 66 million is part of that. Like it's so that number's all in one.
Actually, I want to make a correction. It's 66.9. So we could round that up to 67.
We can definitely round that up to 67.
Divide this by 60. So that's per minute. Jesus Christ. Solana is effectively doing 46,527 transactions a minute.
You did that for the whole day, right? 24 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, divided by 24, divided by 60.
Jesus.
Wild.
That's a lot.
We could also divide this by 60 again and get 775 transactions per second.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Just to share with the audience, as me and Alex continue doing this, the market continues to take a dump on us.
Oh no.
And to add to this, Bitcoin dominance is continuing its climb up again.
Still?
Just to share.
Damn.
Yeah, it's so after that dump, it did. Wait, I think we were recording our last or the one before that. Bitcoin took a swan dive. It dumped all the way to 54% dominance, and now it's reclaiming. It's back at 58%, 58.5% dominance.
Okay.
Which, as in prior cycles, it typically does do this. It drops, does a recovery, and then takes another dump on us, and then alt season starts on that second one. So we'll see what happens. We'll be waiting patiently.
Always waiting for the next time to buy. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, if you want to buy, you should be buying now.
You should be buying now? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your advice.
Well, it's like the meme. It dips, but it keeps on dipping, and then you buy that dip, and there's another dip, and then how many times can you buy the dip,
Yeah, facts. That's why you have to have some type of requirement. I do not buy any dips unless it's greater than 5%. 5% discounts over time add up.
But you'll be buying often though, in my opinion.
Yeah, 5% is still very,
I think more than 10%. More than 10%.
Yeah, but like with a 10% dip from 108, where does that put us at? 108,000.
I'll tell you right now.
Minus 10%. 97,200.
Yep.
Okay. That's it. That's my new buy target price. I'm not buying until Bitcoin hits 97,000. Hopefully it does that. Damn.
It could be doing that.
My problem is that I still haven't bought Christmas presents yet. So
don't worry about that. Happy holidays to all those, and Merry Christmas to those of you that don't get offended.
To those of you that don't get offended. Jeez Louise. Yeah. That's funny. So
I didn't say nothing wrong.
What else do we got?
So I have. There's not much information on it. I do have that FTX to begin initial distributions of its 12 billion worth of stables in Q1 of 2025.
Okay.
So there will be a lot of liquidity coming in very soon.
Interesting.
Which, as we stated, I think this was a couple of episodes back now, like a handful,
At least 4.
more.
At least 4.
At minimum 5 or 6, really.
Yeah.
The first people who will be getting paid out are all claims between like a maximum of 50,000, and then after those, it will be going to 50 and like to $1 million or 2 million, and after that, there's gonna be the bigger whales getting paid out.
Yeah,
So
that content you said a while ago.
Yeah, so the big chunk of that liquidity or the bigger whales will be on probably the back half of 2025. Keep that in mind. So I think we'll start seeing a lot of retail crypto degens coming in early next year.
Hell yeah. Just in time. Just in time.
Just in time?
Yep. I mean, more or less when we expect. Because I feel like the general public is starting to come around to it now. And the general public's starting to come around to it. That's when the debauchery starts. Oh, 2025 is going to be so much fun. Hopefully.
I hope they put their money in alt so my bags can pump. And I can sell it on the losers who buy it after me.
Well,
name of the game.
What's today's date? Today's the 18th.
18th
so 2 days
of
ago.
December.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
2 days ago, on December 16th, Crypto.com dropped its lawsuit against the SEC, which is a little surprising, to be honest, because with Gary Gensler in office right now, the SEC deserves no remorse, but Gary
no remorse.
is, no mercy. No mercy for Gary.
That's a fair statement.
But the fact that Gary is dropping out, I guess, maybe some mercy for the SEC. But in reality, the CEO of Crypto.com, Chris Marszalek,
okay,
met with President-elect Donald Trump right before the company decided to withdraw its case.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. It was completely voluntary. It's completely voluntary. But essentially, allegedly, Trump and Chris Marszalek were potentially discussing the government's approach to a national Bitcoin reserve, as well as potential appointments for digital assets and governing that. So it looks like, because I think someone did ask Trump not too long ago if he's planning on making a Bitcoin reserve, and he goes, yeah. It didn't seem like a very convincing to me, because again, I think he only used this as a leverage point for getting voted in again. But hopefully the people who are very influential in the field have a lot of sway into what he thinks.
That would be the best situation for the rest of us.
Oh, yeah. This will be a good situation for everyone. So essentially, someone at Crypto.com spoke with Bloomberg, saying that the firm is planning on advising Trump in terms of crypto regulations, and that within that conversation that they determined it to be the best plan of action to drop the lawsuit against the SEC. This person also, and this is a quote, said, "We look forward to working with the new administration to develop an advanced, clear regulations for the crypto industry so that the U.S. can become a global leader in digital assets and innovation." He continued on to say, "We withdrew our actions against the SEC given our intent to work with the incoming administration on a regulatory framework for the industry." To add to that,
Okay.
yesterday, again on December 17th, Bitcoin Magazine, the magazine for Bitcoin, essentially, they only talk about Bitcoin, they said that they had drafted a Bitcoin, not them, but the Bitcoin Policy Institute has drafted an executive order designated to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve for Trump to be able to sign almost immediately as soon as he gets in. In the draft, it says, "Bitcoin is a decentralized and finite store of value asset akin to digital gold, with unique attributes that can bolster the resilience of the U.S. dollar and support American economic interests." So if that draft is well liked, picked up with good
Open
I don't
arms.
even know what word.
Good intentions.
Yeah, open arms. Yeah, good intentions, open arms. Hopefully that gets passed really, really quickly. This is also not
Hopefully
in
it
correlation
does get picked up.
to. Yeah, this isn't the same thing as Loomis's bill, though. This is just a separate. What's it called? Proposal. Let's see. Oh, so it's apparently on Polymarket also.
What's on Polymarket?
The likelihood
bill
that
or like the likelihood of it passing?
of a Bitcoin reserve being done within the first 100 days. So I'm going to try looking for that now.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, there's also the House Bill 703 for the Ohio Bitcoin Reserve, which means that Ohio, whether the federal law decides to do it again, decides to do this, Ohio is still working on this. So if it doesn't happen at the federal level, it is starting to happen at the state level.
Yes. Isn't Texas in line to start their own Bitcoin reserve? I think I saw that.
Not heard of it
recently as well.
Wow. So we have Pennsylvania, Ohio, Texas. Yeah. So here it is. I found it. Will Trump create a Bitcoin reserve in the first in the first 100 days? Jesus, there's $1 million, $1.4 million on this bet. $1.4 million are placed on this bet, and it's to end April 29th, 2025. It's currently sitting at
solid amount.
What,
April 29th?
April 29th. That's 100 days.
Yeah. I mean, Trump would have to get it done within the first 2 years, since that's when he has the most amount of power.
Yeah, no, but this bet specifically for the first 100 days.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but Trump would have to get it done within the first 2 years. Well, yeah, I can see why he placed that bet since Loomis said she could get it done within the first 100 days in office.
Yeah. Yeah. But
man, look, all I want to see that's the odds aren't
looking too hot. They're not looking too hot right now.
No?
No, they say 35% chance. 35% chance.
So I do see a lot of tweets I'm not gonna say a lot. I saw one, and since I am in the Discord, that's really focused on crypto. I feel like the sentiment is the U.S. has bigger problems than just crypto. So they're basically saying like Trump's main priority is not gonna be that getting the Bitcoin reserve. If he gets that done, it'll be on the later half of the 4 years, not the first half, because we have foreign policy, the borders, the economy, healthcare.
Yeah, there's a list.
This, that, and the third. You know, there's 1,000 things in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see it play out once he's in office.
Yeah.
Like, see what happens.
I agree. I concur on this statement.
And what I do want to see is that within the first week of him being in power, if not the first day, that he frees our man Ross Ulbricht, as he said he would in the Libertarian Convention, and no one will forget if he doesn't do so within the first 24 hours.
Yep. He's got 24 hours. Once he gets it, sign a quick paper.
Trump, you have 24 hours once you're president to free Ross Ulbricht like you said you would. And I am pointing at this camera, my camera.
I wonder who's in charge of that, because God knows how many.
Clip it, Morlito.
I wonder how many people are, how many things are going through that guy's head. So someone's got to be in charge of reminding him about that promise. Yeah.
Oh.
No. Yeah, someone's got to be in
Trump.
charge of reminding. Yeah, someone's got to be in charge of reminding Trump about that promise.
So to add to that, Ross, I've seen tweets of Ross saying that the closer the time gets to Trump's inauguration, the closer he feels and tastes like he actually might be free man. He might become a free man in that same time frame.
Wow.
Because he said, like, there was a point in time where when Trump first said it, or he first whispered it in 2016 and it never came, that he didn't feel so disappointed. But he did say this time around, he goes, I do feel like it can actually happen. Like, the energy Ross is putting out is very much hopeful, and like, I might get out of this actually.
You're gonna make me cry.
So I would honestly be very, very disappointed.
Oh, 100%.
And hurt if that is not held up.
Hurt to,
like, I would feel actual pain. Like, I would at that point, it's like, screw the crypto gains that we get in the future. Screw all that. Like, this guy who has no violent crimes, who's in prison for creating a website where people are allowed to Craigslist. It's really Craigslist. It's Craigslist.
Creating an open market.
For crypto. It's
an open market.
It's Craigslist. For creating Craigslist, but you can pay through crypto.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna tell me there was no like any form of I'm not gonna say words because I don't want to get us more banned, or like we're not even monetized, but you know what I mean, like censorship, more shadow ban than what we already are. But not like you're gonna tell me there's nothing illegal going on in Craigslist, nothing at all, nothing. Come on.
I mean, they were talking
so
about illegal
definitely
things on other
thousands.
websites. On other websites.
Yeah. But hopefully we do see him be pardoned.
Yeah, that is.
Hopefully Ross Ulbricht is pardoned within the first 24 hours of Trump stepping into office. As he said he would.
That is on my 2025 bingo card. Ross Ulbricht being free.
If you told me you can only do one, get a Bitcoin reserve, or free Ross Ulbricht, I'm choosing Ross Ulbricht.
You know, William, I think I would have to agree with you on that one also. Because Bitcoin Reserve is honestly...
by the way, when I say
it's
Bitcoin Reserve, I mean buying more Bitcoin, not selling the Bitcoin we already have. Let's be clear.
Either or. The Bitcoin Reserve is just a benefit for the United States.
Yeah.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And Ross Ulbricht is heavy...
Injustice. We're like that here. So, as we're talking about pardons and all this, it doesn't have to do with crypto. It is a fun thing that I want to share. So, let me see if I can pull it up real quick so I can have the exact. The other day, there were complaints, right? Not complaints, more so chatter in the political market with the amount of pardons Biden has given compared to past presidents, right? Which currently Biden has 8,062 pardons since he's become president. He is the number one president with pardons. The closest one after that, I believe, is Theodore Roosevelt, I think. FDR.
8,000 pardons? Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Correct.
Yeah.
He has 8,000 pardons, which is a lot, right? You look at that and go, damn, that's crazy.
Look. I look at that and I think that is a very forgiving man. That's what I think.
So it's one of these things, like, if you don't look into the numbers themselves, they're really misleading. So it is a lot.
Yeah.
However, this is why we love Twitter. I mean X. This is why we love X, right? So the tweet was, no way to argue the fact Joe Biden is abusing his power of presidential pardons. This is what Derek Evans wrote. He looks like he's a reporter, right? Mm-hmm. Elon retweeted that tweet, retweeted that X, whatever you want to call it. He went, whoa.
I think there's still tweets. I think there's still tweets
too, right? He retweeted the tweet on X, right? He went,
yes,
whoa.
That's what it is.
Right? So community notes stepped in. What do you think the community notes said? Well, do you think it was in favor or against Elon? I'll put it more simple. I'll put it easier because it's you can't really guess what it is, what they wrote. Do you think it was in favor of Biden abusing his power, or
Elon only said whoa?
Elon just
right?
requoted the tweet. Yeah, he just requoted the tweet. So he didn't say anything underneath it.
I feel like it's probably going to be along the lines of Biden isn't the only one that has had thousands of pardons.
No, he is. He is though.
I mean,
like,
definitely
one
highest.
of the other ones that have like the most amount of par. Yeah. No, he's one of the biggest ones.
No, okay.
You're on track, but a little off the mark, but it's fine. So it writes, this is inaccurate. Apples to oranges comparison. Most of Biden's count is from a blanket pardon of 6,500 offenders for marijuana possession.
Okay.
But he writes, but Carter's blanket pardon of 209,000 Vietnam-era draft dodgers is missing in that number they wrote.
Interesting.
So you're exactly, yeah.
Interesting.
So that's why the tweet itself and the community notes is so like needed.
Yeah, super. Because people be twisting shit left and right.
Also, I got confused with the information saying Biden had the most. He does not. I forgot it was Carter. Because I also saw that somewhere else. But
But
But yeah,
crazy. 290,000.
that's what the community notes wrote underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's for draft
the
dodgers.
The only reason why Carter did that was because if not, the economy would get wrecked, and he would be hated by 290,000 Americans, and then some.
Yeah. So that's why that's because I bring up this tweet because I saw this tweet, not this tweet, but this message that Biden is overusing his presidential pardon, like he's over pardoning people. I saw it like on PPD's podcast as well, like they were just mentioning that, and I don't think from the clip I saw they don't mention that it's due to marijuana possessions. I just say he's pardoned 8,000 people, and it's just kind of like everyone's fault. You know, we're humans, we can make mistakes, whatever, but it is cool to see community notes do work and that they get written under Elon's tweets all the time.
Yeah, that's kind of funny how
I just wanted to add that. Like, I just find it cool that Elon gets corrected left and right.
They're very often under Elon's tweets.
Very often under Elon's tweets.
That's funny. But no, so if you still have the information, that blanket pardon that Biden did for the marijuana dealers, did that specify non-violent marijuana dealers?
No, it's also not dealers. It's just possession.
Okay, but also with people with like non-violent histories or stuff like that.
I don't think it specifies if it's non-violent or not. It just says possession.
Oh, I see. If it's just possession, I don't think that's the same thing as dealing.
Yeah, because I think if it were dealing, I think it would also be distributing.
Yeah. So okay, no, that's a good pardon, in my opinion.
But give me a second. I just pulled it up. October 6, 2022, President Biden issued a presidential proclamation that pardoned many federal and DC offenses for simple marijuana possession offenses.
Yeah.
So here it says... So, yeah, from what I just read, it looks like it's just possession, nothing else.
Yeah. My bad. Sorry. But yeah, just possession. That's a solid one. Draft.
I mean, to add to that, he still has pardoned 1,500 people. Still quite a bit. But Barack almost pardoned 2,000. I'm just gonna say I don't think he's overusing his power if it's like it's 4 people who haven't really committed crazy crimes or anything. The president does have that power.
Yeah.
As long as we're not pardoning like psychopaths or anything, I don't see the issue.
Yeah. It's a very simple crime, not usually non-violent. I agree with that statement.
What more you got for us? Right?
So let's see. I think I have one more story. It has to do with Avalanche.
What did AVAX do?
As you know, AVAX is a layer 1 blockchain that was launched in the year 2020.
This is true.
Yep. The blockchain has just recently completed its very large and highly anticipated update called Avalanche 9000. So this is the biggest change that Avalanche has seen ever, really, seeing how it's only been around for four years.
Yeah, it hasn't been around for too long.
Yeah. So essentially, the new features are just going to be able to cut transactions, the cost of transactions, and increase the operating validators, as well as making applications easier to build on it. They supposedly are calling Avalanche, like the use case, to be to create customized blockchains that will essentially act as subnets for layer ones.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna have to look into more, because subnets for layer one sounds like an insane concept to me. Because networking is pretty complex, and networking blockchains is a whole beast that I just haven't tackled yet. But that does seem interesting.
Probably not the most. It's not an easy thing to do, most likely.
Probably not an easy thing at all. But AVAX has partnered with Amazon. I don't know what they've been up to, what they've been scheming as of late. But that is very bullish, in my opinion. Seeing how their blockchain did not crash after the update, and everything went smoothly. It's good news for AVAX. And I'll probably be looking into that a little bit more, just to see what's up with them. Because I do remember saying AVAX was on my list of coins that I'll be keeping an eye on.
Yeah. I mean, it's been performing well. Not right now. Right now, it's still performing well. It's currently sitting at $40.
Not bad, not bad.
But that's gonna be an interesting thing if they work that through and make it easier to build on it.
Yeah. I mean, a subnet for blockchains, to me, that sounds like some form of like being able to shift one coin from another coin, or use coins within other coins to some degree. I really do have to look into that, because the concept is a little lost on me.
Bro, you don't realize how the technical side of crypto gets very complicated very, very fast.
Yeah, and that's why, like, there's some cryptos where I'm like, okay, this is just beyond complicated. Like, I actually sat down, spent an hour or two looking at it and like trying to make sense of it all, and I was like, okay, 2 hours in and I still don't know how this thing works. That's not happening.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a mission to do.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where I think I could spend an hour, like, let's say 2 hours, spend 2 hours like actually studying a chain, and I should be able to summarize how it works sufficiently. And if I can't do that, then I'm not gonna bother.
So, understanding it like that.
Yeah. You mentioned something to me. I think you mentioned it to me outside of the podcast, so I want to see if you have brought that up yet. Do you have any other stories?
Oh, I was gonna bring that up too. Yeah, I was gonna bring it up now after you're done.
Perfect, because that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Bringing it up.
Yeah, of this. Just drop the story. Drop the story, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. Got you. So the way I was gonna bring it up was I was gonna ask you, where do you keep the majority of your crypto?
Oh, that isn't even what I thought you were gonna talk about, but that's fine. I keep my
all right, cool. Then don't worry about it. What's the story? I don't know then what I was gonna bring up.
So you had told me something about Google.
Oh, that I forgot about. Okay, my fault. You see, I didn't know we had time for that one, but yes, I do have that one as well. Yeah. So let me see. I should have it here. Oh no, I closed it. I do remember it. So Google just announced that its new quantum computer, they just reached a breakthrough in their quantum computer. Willow.
Mm-hmm. So, just because you don't have your notes up, I do want to correct you before you say anything. It's a chip. It's not a computer. It's just a chip.
And what's a chip, dog? It's not a chip ain't a computer.
No, computer's all of it. Computer's all of it. It's just a chip. It's the process. It's the meat and potatoes.
I'm at.
Continue.
Nah, I
Don't get
don't want
offended
to. I don't
with
want to continue. I don't know enough about it. It's
Don't
not
get-
in my. It's not my
don't
wheelhouse. I'm the numbers guy.
I just said.
Nah,
that
you
it
see,
was
I don't
a
want to get into
chip,
it now.
William.
It's not in my
This is-
wheelhouse. I only know like
this
that it can
sensitive-
only like it can
sensitive.
compute.
Mhm.
I'm not sensitive. I just know it can compute a lot faster than regular chips can.
Mm-hmm. It can.
That's all I know. That's all I was going to bring up. I just don't know enough about it to bring up more, especially without the notes.
So, I was kind of worried when I heard that news. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Fair.
One of the three things that might bring Bitcoin to zero seems to be eclipsing. And
Quantum computing.
Quantum computing. So when I heard the news of the Google, what's it called? The Google chip. Do you remember
Willow.
what it's called? Willow. Yes. I was thinking tallow. I was like,
Yeah, I
that's
can't
not
correct you on the name, right, motherfucker?
it.
It is called Willow.
Yeah, it's Willow. I was thinking tallow, but it's Willow. You're right.
Oh,
So when I first heard,
that's who we cook with.
Yeah. When I first heard of Google's quantum computing chip, Willow, I got a little scared because that problem that they were able to solve in under, what was it, 15 minutes?
It was.
Um,
I don't know the exact problem it did in 15. I know it can. What takes? I'm assuming less. I think it was 5 minutes. I think
Okay.
it was 5 minutes. I'm
well,
not sure.
essentially, it solved this insane problem where regular computers would take longer than the universe has existed to be able to solve. Supercomputers, not regular computers, supercomputers, longer than the age of the universe to solve. It was able to solve that in, let's say, in a few minutes. And that, to me, was terrifying because the encryption algorithms that protect everything on the internet, not just Bitcoin, but everything on the internet, could essentially be cracked by these quantum computers. And that alone is terrifying news. But I was like, well, what does this mean for Bitcoin? And at first I was like, it means it might go to zero, because if the encryption algorithm's cracked, it's done for. But then I did some research, and this problem was a very, very specific problem, not even remotely correlated to the encryption problem. So we still have some times away before quantum computers get close to this becoming a threat. And then additionally, Bitcoiners, way smarter than me, have known that this will be something that could potentially arise in the future, and have already been making some type of like research and development into protecting Bitcoin from threat actors with access to quantum computers.
Yeah. So what I saw for it was that its cryptography is that Willow still cannot compete with the current level of cryptography we have. For example, Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Like it still can't compute what the network is at its current state.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's still not there.
It could get there eventually, but
it could get there. It's just not there yet.
So my buddy at work, he was showing me, he's like, oh, so the new programming language that you need to start learning is Q#, which is essentially, in his words, going to be replacing C#. And the programming language C was like one of the original programming languages. So this Q# is essentially like the original programming language for quantum computers. And yeah, so he pulled up some type of like API platform that show that it's simply running the code that says hello world. And it shows you how many.
That sounds like a crazy code.
Hello world. No, that's super simple. So essentially,
I'm saying.
Yeah. It shows you how many ones and zeros were observed when that output was created, and every time it printed that output, the ones and zeros would change. And then I'm like, I paused, I look, I'm like, why are the ones and zeros flipping? And then I was like, oh wait, I forgot, this is a quantum computer. So the ones and zeros are going to be changing constantly, like, because it's not binary.
Oh, like anymore. They change automatically.
Yeah, it's no longer binary.
Oh.
A regular computer just uses ones and zeros, on or off. Quantum computer uses three. I want to say they're not bits. But three phases. I don't even know it. I was just like, that's wild.
Yeah, like it's reading things in more than one way, or more than two ways.
Exactly.
For an example.
And more, yeah.
Got you.
It's wild. It's really wild. Speaking of, by any chance, do you have a Hulu account?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I recommend a show for anybody listening, and for you, on Hulu. It's called Devs.
Oh,
short series, 10 episodes.
Okay, it's quite short.
Very short series. Revolves around quantum computing.
Okay. Is it good?
I liked it a lot. That's why I'm recommending it.
You did?
Yeah.
Lit.
Okay, so to answer your other question
we'll give it a shot.
Yeah. To answer the other question that you asked me, I store my crypto on cold storage wallets.
Okay. Would you mind disclosing which ones you use? Brand name, not your seed phrase, obviously.
I've heard mixed results on that. I don't know if I should.
Why? That's a genuine question.
I don't know why. I don't remember why, but I do remember people telling me, oh no, like, you shouldn't. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But it's because I don't know, and I'm kind of scared of saying that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Before we get into the thing I want to talk,
I'm looking into multiple, just to have more than one.
Before we get into that, wouldn't the entire protection of the wallets be in the seed phrase itself?
Yes.
So why would the type of wallet matter?
I think it has
because my follow-up question, because wouldn't,
more so
for
like
example,
brute force attacks. Right.
But wouldn't that brute force attack have to be
physical
on your device?
I mean, like they look for it.
Yeah, but yeah. But what I'm saying is, I'm not arguing. I'm not trying to get out. I'm not trying to make you want to say it. I'm just trying to get to like the thought process.
The thought process. I get it. I don't know, William. I remember you asked me that question, and I remember someone telling me, like, I asked them, "Oh, I use so and so wallet," and then they're like, "Okay, cool." So I asked, but I have my concerns about like only having one wallet. What other wallets do you recommend? And then they're like, "Oh," or like I asked, "What wallet do you use?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't give that out." And I'm like, "Well, shit." Now why did I just tell this guy was my wallet, which wallet I use? And then I don't remember if he gave me the explanation as to why he doesn't say which wallet he uses.
Is he? I have to. Was he? Is he a Bitcoin maxi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that explains everything I needed to know. That explains everything I needed to know. That literally, this explains the hatred of maxis I have. This explains everything. Like, this really, like, the fact that he literally says that I will not tell you what I use. Mm-hmm. This explains everything. This is my hatred for them. Like, just tell me the one you. This explains the hatred.
So what's up? What's up with the hard wallet?
That guy just made me mad. I don't even know him. Someone in the comments, please tell me if knowing the wallet the other person uses matters at all. Actually, I have enough time to do this right now. I have enough time to do this.
He got frustrated enough. He's like,
I have enough time. Give me a second. I'm gonna ask Rock.
He's like, I will make time for this immediately. That is hilarious. I love how random people just piss William off. People that he's never met. Oh man.
Give me a second.
Is Rock fast?
So this is my question to. It's relatively fast. It's searching the internet.
So what do you ask it?
Okay, so my exact question was, hey, do you know if it matters if someone knows what type of hard wallet you use? Mm-hmm. So this is what responded. Knowing the type of hard wallet you use can have both security and practical implications. Security implications, targeted attacks. If someone knows the specific type of hard wallet you use, they might tailor attacks or scams designed for that model. For instance, if vulnerabilities are known for that particular wallet, attacks will attempt to exploit them if they know you're using that model. Social engineering. Knowledge of your wallet type could be used in social engineering attacks where attackers mimic customer support or use known information to make their phishing attempts more convincing. Practical implications. General knowledge. Simply knowing you use a hard wallet suggests you're likely taking your crypto security seriously, which might deter some low-level threats, focusing instead on easier targets. Recovery and compatibility. If your wallet type is known, it might help in scenarios where you're seeking help for recovery or need to ensure compatibility with certain services or softwares. However, this should not compromise security. Privacy, anonymity. For those concerned with maintaining privacy, revealing wallet type might not be ideal since it could be one piece in a large puzzle of personal data. Overall, while it's not critical in terms of immediate security threats, since hard wallets are designed to keep private keys offline and secure, obviously the entire point of them, it does introduce some risks related to target attacks. However, the primary advice remains unchanged. Never share your recovery phrase or private keys. Be cautious with whom you share information about your wallet type. Keep your wallets and firmware updated and mitigate known vulnerabilities.
Sounds like a pretty accurate description.
It sounds like a Bitcoin maxi to me.
No, William, that sounds exactly what was going through my mind.
Alex, there is no reason why customer service will ever reach out to you for anything. Customer support will ever reach out to you for anything.
That is big facts.
It's like the current chase. It's like scams that happen now that people keep on getting tricked by. Is because you think your bank's gonna call you for something when the bank never calls you for anything.
100%. That is 100%. But But what if
all these
what if-
implications are things that they're not going to target you with?
well, there's only
Because you
one
should be smart in
implication,
all of
really.
those.
There, yeah, 100% facts. So,
But
the only
you're
one there-
saying what if?
yeah, the only one there is what if a crypto wallet company sends you a promo to their for their store and says, "Oh, look, we got new products with crazy discounts," and then you fall for the phishing attack.
Alex, I'm gonna tell you why you wouldn't fall for it. I will tell you why. You know why?
I already know why, but yes, tell me.
Why? Tell me why. Tell me why you know why. Tell me.
Because I wouldn't click on the link; I'd go straight to the website.
And you're not signed up to receive those notifications from that wallet because you never gave them your email.
Also true.
Exactly.
I think that's true.
No, it is true.
Yeah.
The same way, I have never received their emails from any wallet. Why? Because they don't have my email.
No, I think I definitely get emails.
I don't know if I don't get emails. Not the point. Whatever. So this is a specific thing we're talking about. So a user on X named Anchor Drops, a few days back, actually almost a week ago now. Wow, it's been a while since we recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So he posted on X saying, "Hey Ledger, tonight I lost 10 Bitcoin and 1.5 million of NFTs stored on my Ledger Nano S." He goes, "The ledger was purchased directly from you. The seed phrase was stored in a secure location and never entered anywhere online. I never signed any malicious transactions. Everything is in my physical possession. I haven't touched this ledger in 2 months. Can you please explain what happened?"
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he wrote. He immediately goes in a spiral. Not in a spiral. Like, he did lose he lost everything he owned on that wallet. It's truly a sad thing. Like, no, I'm not going to take away from any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But very quickly, as community members were starting to, look for his art, ping it to make it non-transactable, not lose the ability to resell, like flag it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the chat threads that he was replying to, someone goes, "Looks like it was a transaction they sent me." He writes, "Looks like it was a transaction he sent me. I guess it's an attempt to get me." Here we go. Oh man, let me see here.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so what happened was
some information.
So what happened was, on community notes he writes, "It appears that this person signed a phishing transaction 3 years ago, and as explained in a post down below. Also, the BTC wallet address that the user claims has been hacked shows 0 transactions, no proof of any lost Bitcoin."
Oh, so he's a liar.
Yeah. So it looks like
not only did he provide false information,
it's hard because that's what community notes say.
The first one I would say would be, okay, you think you never signed any bad transactions.
Yeah.
But you did. And then the second one,
yeah,
assuming it's accurate, you just straight
assuming
up
it's accurate, because I can't.
Which,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, was my first assumption. My first thing
100%.
was like, this guy's trying to scam Ledger.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I will personally say is we have been hacked before from our hard wallet because we did accidentally approved a transaction for one of our NFTs before somehow. Like, as we were logging in, it occurred.
Mm-hmm.
Remember way back when?
That was on the hard wallet?
No, it was a hot wallet. It was a MetaMask
wallet. I was like, I don't remember. I do not.
No, it wasn't a hard wallet. It was a MetaMask wallet.
Yeah,
it was a MetaMask wallet that we logged on to, and then on the logging on process, we accidentally approved a transaction. which I realize can easily happen because if you're logging on and you have to do like any resetting thing, if you're not reading what they're like what is prompting you, can easily be approved.
Yeah.
So the reason I bring that up is because everyone's streaming Ledger FUD because of Ledger recovery. That someone hacked the a whole bunch of things. And for the most part, we all have to give a point of trust at some point, no matter the wallet you own, to the company that's creating that wallet. Well, either it be Ledger, Tangem. If you're buying a hard wallet from a company, you have to give some sort of trust.
I will tell you another point where there is FUD in his claim. He says,
"What's up?
Securely stored keys. Ledger, what's happening?
Yeah.
Ledger, what happened? He's like subtly implying that Ledger had access to his keys.
Yes. Also.
No way. Reason being, and this is a standard, across crypto wallets that meet keys are stored. All crypto wallets essentially would come hardware wallets would essentially come with no keys. There is zero information on this on these wallets, on any wallet that you buy. As long as it's bought directly from the manufacturer, there is zero information of any keys. And then it is only whenever you first set up the wallet that the key gets generated, and that key gets generated on the actual hardware, not on the computer. It's securely stored there and only there. And so, like the guy, that's why initially, like the way he had phrased his response to me seemed like he was trying to start a case against Ledger.
100%. That's what it seemed like.
Where there's a million ways that could have been false. Like there's no proof. First of all, there's zero proof that he did in fact keep his keys securely stored. That he did not sign any false transactions, which could be audited. And then that last one, which someone said apparently that his account wasn't even hacked. That's a crazy part.
100%. But yeah, I was more so towards the FUD about it. It's very easy to give FUD to companies when you unknowingly, it's hard. It's easy to give FUD to companies, especially not understanding how hard it is and how easy it is to just mess up on simple ends. Like, it doesn't have to be elaborate schemes and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ledger definitely. I don't know. Ledger's only like drawback right now that I could see is the recovery, the Ledger recovery, where you're literally giving them a portion of your keys. To be able to recover it, or multiple, you give them your keys and they store it in different locations. Yeah, that's iffy. But even then, if you do not sign up for that, Ledger will not have your keys. Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of Ledger gets a lot of FUD.
It does. It does. Yeah, but that's all I got left.
It's crazy because there's another one. There's another crypto wallet that has so much more potential for getting FUD. I think it's Bailey.
Which one?
Bailey, I think it is.
Which is that one? I haven't heard of it.
Find it. So essentially, this is a crypto wallet that acts as if it is a actual like cash, like physical Bitcoin. So the way this wallet works, oh no, not Bailey. It's Ballet. I'm pretty sure it's Ballet. crypto card, crypto wallet, whatever. Yeah, Ballet, BALLET. So this one is cold storage crypto wallet also. But essentially, let me see if you could see it there. So this is like a some type of card that is given to the client, to the person who buys it. That QR code on the card is the address used to receive the Bitcoin. That is your public address. Under that is a QR code for your private keys. So then whenever you're ready, so essentially the way that card works is whoever holds that card is the owner of the Bitcoin within the card. But the actual like vulnerability there is if someone at Ballet has kept a record of the private keys, because those private keys have to be generated prior to the user getting the wallet. And then on top of that, they're also printed. So like there's multiple spots within the manufacturing alone that can potentially make those cryptos, those keys vulnerable. That makes sense, right?
Okay.
Follow.
I somewhat understand. But yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Essentially most cold storage wallets, you create the keys personally. Ballet, they create the key for you. So because of that, they might have an actual key, which is what the other guy might be insinuating about Ledger.
Insinuating. Well, he was insinuating that somehow, if it wasn't Ledger themselves, someone got access to a third party. Some third party got access to it from the moment they shipped it, from Ledger shipped it, to when he received it.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Something like that.
Crazy stuff.
We've been running this one for a minute now.
Yeah.
Before we go,
to call it then?
I think so. So
it's been a heck of an episode so far.
It's been a one hell of a catch up.
I think this is about like 15, 20 minutes of dead space anyways.
Yeah, 100% with one thing and the other.
So with that being said,
wait. Before we go, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $100,900. What do we think about price? A high or low next week? It's Christmas.
Ooh.
Christmas Bitcoin price.
Ooh, that's exciting. That is very, very exciting. Christmas Bitcoin price.
Yep.
I say low.
Okay.
I say low. Lower than 108,000. Like around where we are right now, 100,000.
So you think we're in the same spot?
Yeah, I think we're gonna stay here.
I'm gonna give you a better one. By next time we record, we broke our previous all-time high.
Oh, okay. William says we were
That's what I call
and then some.
We are bringing it back, and we're up. I'm gonna give a better number. We're gonna be at $113,000 Bitcoin.
Jeez. William says people are gonna get saucy at those Christmas parties, and those uncles are gonna be chatting them up and be like, and then the nephews.
Alex will make sure everyone in his family buys Bitcoin.
You know that might actually happen.
Alex will make sure everyone in his family is buying Bitcoin.
By the end of the day, I'm gonna be. You know, William, you might be right on that one. Well, if you made it this far, please leave a like, a comment. Please give us a comment because it really helps us get better at this, and it also very motivational. And drop a share. Share this with your friend. We have good episodes, we have bad episodes, but we get better at usually
every episode.
Yes, 1%.
Facts. On that note.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you said so. What's up?
Okay, yeah. On that note, how do we exit? How do we say this again? It's been so long.
It's been another week
Of your favorite crypto podcast,
sometimes crypto,
the Unscripted
Crypto Podcast. Hey yo.